Welcome to The Explainer. You ever have that heart-stopping moment? You're driving along and suddenly your car's dashboard just dies? Or maybe it lights up like a Christmas tree for no reason. It can make you feel totally powerless. Well, don't worry, because today we're going to decode exactly what's going on. So let's get right into it. Does it feel like your car's dashboard has a mind of its own lately? Let's see if any of these symptoms sound a little too familiar. Maybe your speedometer is stuck at 0, even though you're definitely moving. Or the fuel gauge is screaming empty right after you filled up. You might even be staring at a completely black screen where your info should be. If any of this is ringing a bell, you're absolutely in the right place. These are all classic signs of the same root problem. Believe it or not, all these chaotic, seemingly random issues, they all point back to one specific gremlin in your car's electronics, and it has a name. The U0155 error code. Okay, so what in the world does that string of letters and numbers actually mean? Let's break down what your car is trying so desperately to tell you. So here's the deal. Your car has a bunch of mini-computers, or modules, all with their own jobs. The main engine computer, for example, might notice a problem, and its job is to tell the dashboard computer, hey, turn on the check engine light. But with a U0155 code, that message just gets lost. The phone line is dead, and the message never arrives.
To really get this, we need to take a quick peek under the hood, electronically speaking. It's all about how these different parts of your car's brain talk to each other.
Think of it like this. You've got two key players. The engine control module, or ECM, is the engine boss. It's making sure everything's running just right. Then you have the instrument panel control module, the IPC. That's your communications officer. Its whole job is to report everything the boss finds directly to you, the driver. And how do they all chat? Through something called the CAN bus. You can literally think of it as your car's internal nervous system, a whole network of wires connecting everything. A U0155 code means there's a serious breakdown somewhere along this digital highway. Okay, so this is the crucial part. We know it's broken, but why? What's actually causing this communication meltdown? Well, the good news is it almost always boils down to one of four main culprits. And here they are. First, you've got simple power supply problems. Then it could be something as easy as a blown fuse. After that, we look at wiring issues. And finally, the least common cause, a faulty module itself. This gives us a perfect roadmap to follow, starting with the easy stuff first. All right, let's get practical. Let's build a real diagnostic plan you can actually use. The golden rule here is simple. Always, and I mean always, start with the easiest and most common checks first. Following these steps in this exact order is absolutely key. Seriously, this is how you save yourself a ton of time, a massive headache, and a whole lot of money. You don't want to jump to a costly conclusion when the real problem was a 5-cent fuse. And this right here explains exactly why step 1 is so critical. These computer modules are, well, they're sensitive. They need clean, stable power to work correctly. A failing battery or alternator creates electrical noise that just scrambles their ability to talk to each other. And look at this, we have a magic number. This gives you a clear, measurable target. All you need is a basic multimeter. With the car running, check the voltage right at the battery. If you're not seeing a number somewhere in this range, you've just found a huge piece of the puzzle. So if your power checks out, it's time to play detective. Grab a flashlight, get a little uncomfortable under the dash, and just start looking. You would be shocked how often the problem is just a wire that's rubbed itself raw against a sharp metal bracket. So you've got the game plan, but now for the big question. How much of this can you realistically handle yourself? Let's break down when to be a weekend warrior and when it's time to call in the pros. This table is pretty much your decision-making cheat sheet. Checking your battery and fuses? Yeah, that's 100% DIY friendly. Inspecting the wiring? That's a maybe. But once you get to actually testing the network or replacing the module itself, you're really entering pro-level territory that requires some very expensive, specialized tools. And this is the absolute kicker for that last step. If it turns out the module itself is fried, you can't just buy a used one and plug it in. The new instrument cluster has to be professionally programmed to your car's specific VIN and your car's correct mileage. This is not a simple swap. So there you have it. You've gone from having a dashboard that seems totally possessed to understanding the error code, knowing the 4 most likely causes, and having a logical step-by-step plan to figure it out. You're empowered now. You've got a clear path forward, so the only question left is, what's your first move?